Hi, we're going to talk about the at-home activity for seed observation and categorization now. I just want to remind you that we have made a 3-page PDF for this that you can print out. And if you're into worksheets and not into nature journals, there is one that we created at the end for you. All right, let's get started. Before you do this at-home activity, you really need to have finished this month's field trip doing the seed scavenger hunt in your local nature space. Once you have those seeds collected, you'll bring them home, and ideally within 24 hours or so, you will do this activity. When the seeds are fresher, it's usually better, especially if we're talking about really fresh seeds like fruits and berries. Okay, so for this activity, the most essential piece of equipment is some sort of magnification tool. I would suggest you use what you have. So if you just have a hand lens, then that's what you use. But if you have something a little bit stronger, maybe a little bit stronger than a hand lens, but not quite as strong as a traditional microscope, that's about the range of magnification you'll see some really cool stuff in. So here are the other materials you will need for this activity. Obviously, you'll need your seeds, you'll need your magnifying device, whatever that is, use what you have. A field guide can be helpful if you want to try to sort of reverse identify the seeds that you've found. It's not necessary. You'll need some clear tape. You'll need your nature journal or the worksheet that I mentioned earlier, and you'll need a pencil or a pen and maybe some colored pencils or watercolors if you really want to get fancy. Okay, so let's talk procedure. Step one is going to be to look at the seeds that you collected under magnification and then try to sort them into categories that are based on the type of seed dispersal mechanism you think that they show. We've included a little bit of a description on the 4 main types of seed dispersal mechanisms in the PDF with a clickable video link for you and your learners to see what that looks like in nature for each of the seed dispersal mechanisms. Now, if you can classify your seeds by seed dispersal mechanisms, great. If you can't and it's just too overwhelming, you can use this activity to classify them in other ways. So size, colors, shapes, any other physical characteristics you can observe under magnification. I will say, though, if you used our seed scavenger hunt printout for your field trip, we kind of intentionally tried to make you look for seeds with different dispersal mechanisms. So if you did that, you will find that you have most of this seed dispersal mechanisms covered for this activity. All right, step 2 for this at-home activity is to preserve a sample of each type of seed dispersal mechanism, either in your nature journal or in the worksheet that we provided at the end of the PDF. Basically, you'll take one of your seeds, you'll get some clear tape, and you will cover the entire seed with clear tape in your journal or in your worksheet. And then you'll use your pencil or your pen to label what type of seed dispersal mechanism it shows and the species of plant that it came from if you know that. If you don't know that, no big deal. You'll do that for all 4 seed dispersal mechanisms or as many as you have from your seed collection, or make your own categories if you just cannot identify any dispersal mechanisms at all. The object is to preserve some seeds in your seed, to preserve some seeds in your journal or on the worksheet, and then to do some writing and some other drawing. The last part of this activity is to sketch up close one of the seeds that you observed, either in your nature journal or in the space provided in the worksheet. You'll look at that seed under magnification and then draw what you see magnified in your nature journal or on the worksheet. And the reason that we encourage you to do this is because when you look at something under magnification, it looks a lot different than when you look at it with your naked eye. And it can be fun to sort of notice those differences and really observe those differences closely. And we think that sketching it is a good way to do that. I hope you have fun with this activity, and thanks for watching.